I thought everything was about me, but little did I know, in order to execute and operate with true vision, I had to understand that life was so much greater than just me. The world was so much greater than just how I was moving, how I was operating. Life was so much more than just about me and certain things that I wanted to do. And it wasn't up until the time when I began to see that life was so much greater than just me and beyond me was when I began to make the decision to become a classroom educator. The second thing that this program has helped me to do and helped me to develop is my voice. One of the things that we talk about so much in this Call Me Mr. program is to know your story. Well, needless to say, I had just an interesting background, and I'm not going to take all the time to go into my story with you all today, but it has helped me, it has positioned me with a variety of experiences to reflect upon my story. How did I get to where I am today? What were the lessons? What were the victories? What were the hardships? What were the moments that caused me to make the decisions that I was making, even as a high school student? And so we truly emphasize the importance of understanding your story. But the truth of the matter is, it just doesn't stop there. It's not just good enough to understand your story, because we don't want to create a scenario to where you're beholden to your story. We want you to be able to evolve and grow and supersede that story that you were once able to tell. And so when we talk about our Call Me Mr. program, we start with vision. We emphasize the importance of understanding your voice and using your voice. You have to be able to use your voice as well as using your gifts and talents that God has blessed you with. The truth of the matter is, when I talked about vision earlier, I had to come to grips with really understanding that I was brought to this earth for a purpose. And so I'm here just to convey that same message to you, that I hope you're able to understand that you're not here by accident, that you are not at Wayhampton by accident. You were specifically brought to Wayhampton for a specific plan and purpose. And the beauty of it all is that you've been brought forward to this earth to contribute to your generation in only a way that you can. And that's the beauty of what being an educator is all about. You get to impact your generation. You get to impact the generation behind you in a way that only you can. Using your gifts, using your talents, using your expertise in a special kind of way that will magnify and bring about remarkable and winning experiences for the students that you decide to serve. And the last piece that I want you to understand that is extremely important is victory. This Call Me Mr. program has helped me to understand and helped me to put together what vision is all about. It has helped me to develop not only my voice, but to also listen to the voices of other individuals and their stories as well. But it's also helped me to understand and pay attention to be about the business of creating winning opportunities. That's why I'm so appreciative of this opportunity that Dr. Grant is establishing in the Wayhampton team, is because we clearly understand the importance of being able to create winning opportunities and winning experiences for the young people and for anybody who wants to be a part of such a dynamic team and a wonderful career path. We're about winning. We're trying to help you win, and we're trying to help the next generation win. We're trying to help all people that's connected to be about the winning process. I wanted to leave with you two particular images. This particular image was when this Call Me Mr. program first started. This was a group of young guys who, at that particular time, we were clueless in terms of understanding the totality of what this Call Me Mr. program was all about. I will never forget this day as long as I live, because when I looked around, when I looked to my left and I looked to my right, I began to see individuals that looked like me. I began to see individuals who looked like me, that we were not on the basketball court, we were not on the football field, but we had made the decision to do something life-changing. We made the decision to become educators. We made the decisions collectively to go back to our hometowns, to be able to impact our hometowns and be able to impact the educational process in a totally different way. Now, again, and not to go into great detail, I didn't have the greatest K-12 experience. It wasn't so thrilling and so exciting. But now I figured out, because of the vision that I had, I can go back and do something about that. I can go back and address the very things that I missed as an elementary school teacher, as a middle school teacher, as a high school, as an elementary student, as a middle school student, as a high school student. Now I'm in a position that I can go back and be about changing the educational system, the educational experiences back in my hometown. That's what our program is about. And again, I was able to look to my left and look to my right and look that I was about to be a part of a winning team that was about the business of being educators in the state of South Carolina. In this last image, that was the earlier picture. Now, I couldn't fit everybody into this last slide, into this last image. But these are some of the same young men who was on the initial slide. And I paint this picture because after 20 years later, these are some of the young men who have been able to impact the educational trajectory in a great way. We have Haywood Jean, who's back in Orangeburg, South Carolina. He's doing phenomenal things. Cedric Thompson, he has started his own educational consulting firm. He was a deputy superintendent in a particular place outside of Chicago. We have Damon Qualls right here in Greenville, South Carolina, was the Administrator of the Year on last year. We have Nicholas Gilchrist, who's an assistant principal in Columbia, South Carolina. We have this gentleman right here, Zebulon Dinkins. He was the former 4th and 5th grade teacher in Greenville. Now he's in Orangeburg, South Carolina. And I leave off with him because this particular young man he's involved and wrapped into technology. He's used his gifts and talents to now produce educational movies, educational films that now feature high school and middle school students. And that's what he has been able to bring about in his own educational trajectory and educational experience. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I just want to thank you for your time and just thank you for this space to listen. I just want to be able to share with you just some of the young men. I mean, there's so many more dynamic educators that I could have featured on this last slide, but I wanted to briefly show you and provide with you a group of young men at one point in time who sat and who served as high school students, but made the decision to become educators, who made the decision to become change agents, who made the decision to return back to their hometowns to improve the quality of education. Again, at the end of the day, we're trying to create a system and a network where we all win. And